Good morning. How are you? Hope you're all doing well. Friday! It's Friday! Yay! So I'm thinking of taking off next week, some of it. As I've earned some time off. So I just might. Part of it, at least. I don't know. It's something I've got to use up fairly quick. They won't let us carry it over very long. All right. Makeup wise today, I'm gonna go ahead and be real quick with it. I've got Fuera on one side and the Mystery Foundation on the other side. I wanted to see how they two compare to each other as far as wearing each, everything else is the same, but it's just one side is Fuera, one side is Mystery Foundation. So when I talk about it, I'm going to try to do the video this weekend. I can tell you oh Lord, that's stupid. Somebody put a stupid bonnet in my bed of my trunk, and there it goes. I hate it when people do that. I should have saw it. I didn't. I did not litter. That was not mine. I don't wear bonnets. Anyway. Especially outside of the plant. Alright. Anyway, that's what I've got on. Lipstick wise, I use the Goss eyeliner pencil. I ordered me 2 of them, so now I've got 3 now. So one I'm using as a lip pencil. And then I filled it in with the City Beauty Rosy Mauve. And the one from ColourPop Flurries is very close. It depends on your lip color, your natural lip color, and how you line your lips as to how close it is. But when I'll try to put them side by side one day. I need to do that. Anyway, let's get on with it. And Lover from Maybelline is also very close. So, anyway. It's close enough for me. I'll put it that way. I'm not trying to get exactly. I'm just trying to get the look. Essence eyeshadow, that mauve palette. I absolutely love that palette. I'm getting ready to, I say I'm going to get another one, but another one in a different color. Because I just love it. And you can get them for $3.99 at Target. And at CVS it was $4.99, but as I said, if you've got a coupon of some sort, or if they have Essence, I don't know if they put Essence on sale or not. It could be even less. So, it's a good one. No mascara today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Wow mascara that I've been using the past few days. I think it's a great mascara for volume, but it's not one I want to use every day. It is a little hard to get off. Now, it will tube. But you really have to let that warm or almost even hot washcloth sit on there for a few minutes. And that's just, and then in the mornings, I notice my eyes are more red. And I know you can't tell it in the way this camera does. But I do use Lumify, so that helps. But anyway, it's just not. I just couldn't use it every day. The Tarte don't irritate my eyes, I guess what I'm saying. And there's some mascaras that just do. But that's why I'm taking a break now for mascara for a few days. Eyeliner's the same. I got NYX on today instead of Fenty. And then the rest is the same. The L'Oreal Smoldering and the Wayne Goss Brows is that F pencil I bought. I really like that color in Auburn. And I'm not having to mix it or nothing. And of course, Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, Charlotte Tilbury blush, and Ecstasy. And I used this little bit of highlighter from Saint. Okay. Now, we're going to get on with Tim. This is at 4:45. I'll try to put a timestamp. Tim, okay. He is getting so boring again that I don't know how much more. I'm not going to say I won't ever talk about him again, but until he does something that's really you know, I guess newsworthy. I don't know how much more I'm going to talk about him. But anyway, let's talk about Nomadic Fanatic just one more time about the tornado. Okay, I was on Blind Views Live last night, and somebody was telling me that he did take the cats inside. Well, why? I mean, I didn't ever see that on camera, and I would have thought he would have been filming that, you know, to show he took care of the cats. Did he take them in the crate? I don't know. I don't know that they were not in there and they were underneath something because they were scared to death. Until he shows me proof that he took the cats into the building in their crates, I'm not going to be satisfied. It's just the way I am. Because I've heard that he uses the cats for views. And I don't like anybody using their animals for views. I mean, I get it that you make a little Instagram or TikTok about your cats. I get that. But constantly using the cats for views, no. I mean, as long as they're fed, don't get outside. I mean, it's good he's taking care of them in that way. I don't know if he takes them to the vet. I'm not the world's, you know, I don't take my cat to the vet every time I feel like he don't feel good, because I just think that's ridiculous. And I'm not sure that I'm going to get him any more shots. I don't know. I keep saying that, but then I do. It's just, you know, you think about things and, you know, he don't go outside. The only reason I would need to get him shots, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, is if I was going to travel with him, because he would need, you know, rabies and all that stuff. Anyway, let's move on from that. Okay, there was a guy that made a video on Tim. He titled it Sarasota Tim for President. I mean, let me just say this. I don't know that he would be any worse than what we got, and I don't mean to get political, but it's just my opinion, or he would be any better than what we got. I don't know. But I mean, no. And I know he was probably joking, and he said he was just doing it to get for views. I kind of understand that, but then he turned his comments off. So you can't comment to him. So he is, what I want to say, I won't say. I said it on Blind Views live. So if you want to look at his chat, you'll see it. But anyway, it starts with a P word. I said that he was that because he turned his comments off. He uses the same line that the others use. That Tim is happy and blah, blah, blah. If you watch Tim for very long, you will realize that is an act. He is not happy. I mean, he's making the best, I guess, of the situation, but he's really and truly not happy, especially if you study people. And he's not happy. Yes, he's out here living his life, but then he goes on to say we're jealous. And I get that comment lots of times, not as much here lately, because anyway, I am not jealous of the man. I don't care if he makes $1 million off to YouTube. It's not going to bother me. Hey, more power to him on that. All I care about is what I'm doing, making videos on, and trying to grow my community. That's what I care about. And when I say community, I really mean a community. He's never made even a community post on his, if he's going to be late one morning, because, people get worried if he don't have video up by noon. Lord, help us all. He could put on that little community post. Hey, I won't be uploading until such and such time. And then people wouldn't worry. But does he do that? No. Another thing is that he deletes all his comments. Well, he's leaving some in there. I've noticed that now. He is leaving some in there. But I don't know if he don't eventually delete them or not, because I don't go back. But I noticed this morning somebody had put some on there when he went to BJ's for meat. I have been to BJ's one time in Mooresville, North Carolina, and I didn't care for it. I mean, and it may be they're all different. It may be that it's gotten better, but to compare it to even Sam's or Costco, there is no comparison. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Like I say, and it could be the location. But I mean, Mooresville is, you know, a high dollar town, city, because of all the people living around Lake Norman. So they have a high caliber of people with plenty of money to spend. I mean, the Costco and the Sam's, both down there, is immaculate, fabulous, anything you would want. And that's why I prefer going there. Of course, the traffic is a little worse, but I still prefer going to that Costco than the others that we have nearby, which they're all an hour away. I can't just get in the car and go. Now I have to think about it's going to take me an hour to get there. I'm only going to have an hour to shop and then an hour to get back. So I have to worry about my mom. And the only time I can really go is on the weekends. But that might change if I take off next week. If I got somebody helping me, I might be able to go. And the other thing he's talking about, resentment. What would I be resentful about him? Nothing. There is nothing to be resentful about. And then the other one that I watched briefly was that Mosquito Man. He's trying to say that COVID loan he has is legit. He never answered one question that I sent him. I said that I didn't say he didn't have a YouTube channel then. I said I didn't think it was monetized. And it may have been, it may have not. But from the way Tim led us to believe, he led us to believe, when he talked about the loan, from the videos that were taken down, was that he got the loan for his business he had before COVID. And then he goes on to say, I think in another video, was that he also drew unemployment. And I thought you couldn't do both. Okay, he can correct that if he wants to, or whatever. The other thing is that the way I understand it with those loans is you have to have employees. And unless he put down Tammy as an employee, he didn't have any employees that he's ever mentioned. The other thing is that he goes on to say he can buy vehicles. That is not true. DoorDash drivers, Uber drivers, all wanted that money to be able to buy them a new vehicle, and the government said no. So tell me how he got by with that. And without filling out his papers incorrectly. And the other thing is that there were some YouTubers that did get the loan. But all of them were these upper tier YouTubers who had a staff. They have an editor that they pay. They have a cameraman or camera person. They have staff they had to pay. I mean, they were up in the millions and millions and millions of views and subscribers. So I understand why they got it. But I don't know how they used it. It's none of my business how that, well, I don't say it's none of my business. It probably is. But I mean, I'm sure they probably didn't use it the exact way. All I'm saying is that he was bragging about how he got by with all this. And then all of a sudden, he takes it down. That's where I think that if he had left it up, I probably wouldn't even be talking about it. But the fact that he took it all down shows me he feels like he's guilty of something. So anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I just had to get this out this morning. I've got to go to work. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm not mad. I'm glad. I'm glad it's Friday. And I'll be listening to a lot of music this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great weekend. And I'll try to be back over the weekend with another video. But y'all be good. Y'all behave. Love you. Bye.